when a woman comes into the salon, like all that, the mask is gone. You feel me? She's at like her most vulnerable.
Raw. In there rough.
No, seriously,
Yeah. What up? It's Freewenow.
Till it is backwards.
Yes, sir, ski. And we got a good one for y'all today.
Great one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Don't
undersell it. Hey, this has been a minute since we had a guest on, and I think we are putting you guys in for a treat. Cause we got, San Diego's finest, you know what I'm saying? She running everything to deal with hair.
Nice with it.
You know what I'm saying? Like I went on her page, I'm like, oh wow. You got a deep bag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got a deep bag.
She's
you
in
feel
her
me?
Duffy. She's
you know
in
what I'm
her
saying?
Duffy.
I didn't know all the names of the different styles, but I knew something was going on. I was like, sheesh, okay. So before we get into that, what you got for the people, Keith?
Hey, great leaders don't seek power. They are called by necessity. So to truly find out how valuable you are, you must find out first where you are needed.
You said true leaders are called basically by necessity.
Yes.
So you got to figure out where you're needed.
To find your true value.
That's deep. Hey, we in the school zone.
You gotta
drive slow. You gotta drive slow on that one. Okay, so we got that. And also make sure it sounds good, but make sure when he gives these quotes, write them down, rewind it back, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we hear things, knowledge isn't power, right? It's applied knowledge, right? Taking action on the knowledge that you hear, right? So it's not enough just to listen, but it's more, beneficial to actually execute. So we got cash.
Cash.
Yes, sir, ski on the pod with us. Let's clap it up. Yeah. Yes. So, how you doing? How you feeling?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling good.
That's what's up. Okay, so first off, we want to remind you guys what the podcast is based off of, right? It's Freewenow
until it's
backwards, right? Until now we're free.
Now we are free.
Right? So during this podcast, you should be able to grab something from this pod that's going to help you get free. Mm-hmm. Right? Something that is being said today, right? We don't just bring people on here just to bring them on here just to create content. Right? Like everything we do is intentional. Everything we do has a purpose behind it. Right? So watch our content, right? Anything that we are doing it to help you get free. So in this, take away nuggets that's going to help you get free. So Cash, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? Where you're raised and how you're raised.
Okay, so my name is Ashley Young.
Okay.
Government.
Right.
She didn't want me to call her that.
I know, but still, I just want y'all to know who I am. But
Right.
I am a mother of 4 first.
Okay.
I am a business owner, and I am who am I? I'm like that question. Like, okay, so I'm from Watts. California.
How was that? How was growing up in Watts?
Honestly, it was tough. Like, it was really tough, and I actually am proud of myself for where I am today. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people, they don't really make it as far as I've made it. And for me, like, this is just my peak. Like, I haven't even reached my peak, so I still have so much further to go.
Absolutely. Do you sometimes, I guess, a lot of times I think our community, we coming from different areas where you are the person that made it out, right? You are that person
Absolutely.
that, people are looking to be like, man, she's doing it, or he's doing it, or they're inspiration for me. So do you feel like sometimes like, I guess, weight of, I won't say the city on your shoulders, but just kind of like, a pressure sometimes of having to succeed based on the people that, you represented?
You know what? Actually, like, it took me a long time to even be able to be proud of myself. Like, I actually, like, so many people, it took other people around me telling me, like, dang, you doing good. Like, because for a long time, I wasn't doing enough for myself. So I'm just now getting to a place like this year where I could like really be like, dang, okay, girl, like, I'm proud of you.
Right.
But it really took for me to do it by myself and not have no help, you know? Because when I had the help, I was like, I didn't do that by myself, you know? So now that I'm literally alone and I'm doing it by myself, now I can really be proud of myself, you know?
Nah, for sure. Absolutely. I guess since we on this topic of where you from, what would you say to your younger self, or, you know, a young girl that's in Watts that, you know, may be looking up to you, or you wish somebody would have told you?
You know, I would really say that don't listen to the people around you. You know, like follow your heart, follow your gut, your instinct, your intuition.
Right.
I would really say mainly to the people where I'm from is never let like a man bring you down. You know, chase your dreams. Like, don't put your dreams on the back end. You feel me? Because I did that for so many years, and I would be so much further had I chased my own dreams instead of following behind somebody else. And kind of like, you know, it was just, I would just say chase your own dreams. Like, don't let nobody slow you down.
That's huge.
You know?
There's freedom in that, though. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times we can kind of like lose ourselves, right? And allowing, like you said, people to project their own insecurities on us, them to project, you know, they didn't go for their dreams, so now they see you trying to go for yours, and now it's a problem. It's cool when they do, it's a problem when I do it, you know what I'm saying? So like that's big, you know what I mean? And also not losing yourself. Like recently I, you know, had some conversations about, you know, people being in relationships, and sometimes you can kind of like lose yourself, kind of like trying to provide the best, I guess, partnership, or provide the best version of yourself for your partner, so then you kind of lose your own identity. You know what I'm saying? So no, that's big. So what do you believe your gift is? Because on this pod we talk about gift and purpose, and so let me break it down for everybody that may be confused on the difference between gift and purpose, right? So you take LeBron James, right? His gift is, in my opinion, he's one of the greatest basketball players that ever lived, right? That's his gift. He's an athlete. He's just gifted. That's what he does naturally, right? But his purpose would be to use his fame and status that he's gotten from in the NBA to now go build a school, to now go build his I Promise school, right? Or, you know, somebody getting famous from their gift and then use it to build a foundation, right? That's your purpose, right? So like us, our gift would be speaking, right? But our purpose would be to inspire other people to go chase their dreams and help people that look like us and coming from our community, right? So what do you feel like your gift is? And then how are you using that to have, you know, execute your purpose?
I'm truly still finding myself, right? Like right now. And I do feel like my gift is to work with my hands, because I work with my hands. I'm not good at speaking at all. Like I would rather be in the background, like, you know, doing my thing. But like, I would say my gift would be just making people feel better about themselves, because like people come to me and sometimes the low self-esteem, like it's so many different things, and people go through so many different phases of their lives. And I got clients, we've been through everything together, you know, so just making them feel good through these storms that they go through is just, it makes me feel good. Even on my worst days, I'm like, shit, I did that, you know? So
right. I
would say my gift is to like uplift, you know, make people feel good about themselves, you know.
That hair gonna get you right every time.
Man, I'm telling you, a black woman in her hair, when she got her hair done, like you can take over the world with your hair done. So hey,
that's deep. I mean, that kind of leads into my next, you know, topic is like, number one, why a hairstylist? Like, why? What made you even get into that, and what's kind of like the origin of you even getting into becoming a hairstylist?
Well, like I said, me being from Watts, it was a lot going on around me. And I would say about the time I was 9, it was a way that I kind of tuned out everything around me. Like I would literally just do hair. I would get like a little doll head, and I'll be doing hair literally all day, like from sun up to sundown.
At
like,
9?
At 9. Like I literally started taking clients and making money by like 11. Like I was making money from it. Like I was doing everybody in Watts hair.
Wow.
Everybody in Watts know me as, she been doing hair since she was little.
For real?
Know, like,
wow.
Yeah, so
wow.
Absolutely. Like I've been doing it for a long time. So
that's huge, right? So I think a lot of times we have glimpses of our gift, right? Like if you just do things you love, especially kids, right? You will ask them what do they want to be, and they be like, I want to be an astronaut, or I want to be the president, right? And so like, but it's because they feel like that's still possible for them. You feel me? Like they haven't had the world kind of like push their dreams down and like, you know, living life to where now they feel like they can't accomplish it. Right. So like, it's amazing at the youngest, that's young ages, you can kind of like, if you're have someone around you to kind of like foster that. Right. So like if you got to, you know what I'm saying, with me, with my kids in the future, I don't have none, you know what I'm saying, that I know of, you know what I'm saying? but
nah, we got to do better. We got to do better. We got to do better.
that was a joke. That was a joke. Nah, that was a joke. But, you know, being able to push kids, when you see them doing things that they are naturally good at, being able to push them in those directions, right? So like if you see someone that's good, they may just love space, you know what I'm saying, taking them to space camps. But from what we, you know what I mean, in our communities, right, you going to space camp? Like, what you doing? You weird.
Not getting no love for that.
You know what I mean? So like, I think it's essential for us to keep pushing kids in a direction of what we see they doing naturally well. You know what I mean? So for you to do that and then start making money at 11 is that you dang near a prodigy. You know what I'm saying? It's like you dang near like Michael Jackson in the basement dancing, moonwalking. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's in your space though. You know what I'm saying? That's in your space and that's in your gift. You feel me? So like you doing that, then I feel like you probably didn't realize it, but you were already aware of like, what do I do naturally? What do I do to take me away from the troubled society? What do I do to take me away from when things are going bad? I don't feel good. Like, what is that thing that's going to charge me up? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? What is that thing that's going to make me feel good? And I think you found it, right? And so you mentioned that your customers, right? And, you know, essentially it being like therapy. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So talk about that and how you've probably become a lightweight therapist for your customers, and sometimes they can probably come there and just talk. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So talk about the environment that is almost curated within the hair salon just because of, you know, you being that person and they trusting you.
I feel like it's so beautiful to like watch a woman walking, because you know when a woman comes into the salon, like all that, the mask is gone. You feel me? She's at like her most vulnerable.
In there rough.
No, seriously, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it's beautiful to be able to meet somebody at who they really are, like, you know? So you can't fake, you know, you can't really fake it in the salon. Like, right. You know, like,
no,
so I would
huge.
say, you know, like I get a lot of people who really just pour out their hearts, you know? And some people honestly don't even be needing their hair done. They just come to, you know, like, real? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like people don't be really needing their hair done. Like they really just need somebody to talk to, you know? And shoot, sometimes that person is me, you know? Like it's been times where like, I'm like, you know, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, you know? And it's so many conversations that are had that are life-changing, you know, like have made me look at things at a different light, you know. So I would say like it's both, it goes both ways, you know. Sometimes I'm the therapist, sometimes shoot they teaching to me, like, you know, they telling me, you know. So I would say like I love my job, honestly. Like it's an amazing job.
Nah, that's love. Doing something that you love, that's a cheat code.
I love my job.
You have to value those certain things. And I think this whole conversation just played perfectly into my question, right? We're in a society, and honestly, I really believe it's true. People would cheat on their significant other before they cheat on their hairstylist. I'm telling you right now.
No, facts.
I'm not going to no barber. I'll wait months before I go to a barber that ain't mine, right?
Yeah.
So I already know how the women feel about you, right? So we already talked about how sacred a connection is to your hairstylist, right? They see you at your lowest and they see you at your highest, because a lot of times you're the one that puts them in that highest moment, right? Coming in looking sad, long day, and you change their entire environment and perception just off working with your hands. So how, as a hairstylist, especially when it comes to Black women, does it feel that they trust you with that sacred part of them? You
know, it feels really good. Like it makes me like, I feel special in a sense, you know, because you know, Black women, we don't really trust nobody.
Facts.
You know? And that's
like, it's a lot.
You know, the trauma that we have experienced, like growing up, like family members, all types of shit that, you know, Black women endure.
Right.
So it's hard to even trust people. So to know that somebody trusts me with the most important part of them, then yeah, I'm that girl.
Nah. You doing your thing.
Nah, for sure.
They are literally putting their lives in your hands.
No, for real.
Right?
You know, like It's important.
Right.
Like my hair is, I mean, and that's so crazy because in other cultures, like the hair don't really mean nothing. But in our culture, hair is most important to us. Like we will not go nowhere if our hair is not done.
No, that's real.
Everything is ruined, you know?
Won't even get on FaceTime. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, my hair not done. I can't. I'm like, what?
You know I will not talk to no man on FaceTime if my hair is not done. You trying to pull up?
No, my hair's not done.
No, my hair's not done.
I can't.
But babe, I love you.
Nah, my hair's not
trying to hear none of that.
Hey, and on that note, right, what I also feel like is interesting, right? Like me, I'm from the South, right? And I say the South, the dirty dirt. I'm from Alabama, right? So I've seen, you know, how it is in the South. I've seen how it is on the East Coast. I was in the DMV like 4 or 5 years, right? And then coming out here as well, right? So I've been able to experience a lot of different, you know, cultures and a lot of different, you know, just ways of life. And on that note, what I do notice about the black women out here especially is like your hair even comes before your fit. You know what I'm saying? Like other places, like they're gonna make sure they put their fit on. East Coast, you're gonna be swaggy. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere you go, right? Out here is what I've noticed and observed for the women. It's more like they can have a chill fit. It's gonna be smooth and cool, but their fit will be more chill. But their earrings and their hair, you know what I'm saying? Their hair is gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all got some of the like the best hairstyles and just I guess the uniqueness and style and design from any other place that I've seen. You feel me? So like for you to be able to have the trust for like y'all staple, you know what I mean? Like even when you watch movies like Boys in the Hood, you know what I'm saying? Or like The Wood, or like these classic movies that are based out of LA, San Diego, like the giving ode to Oakland and the West Coast, the hair for the women is, you know what I'm saying? Like is second to none for real.
Man.
You know what I mean?
So creative. Like man, we just do whatever.
Right.
You know?
Like super creative. So that's super dope that you have the opportunity to keep that going and kind of like foster the growth in that industry.
That really shows that you're different. That you're doing something different that other people can't tap into, right? And with that being said, with you having so many people that come to you for this important part of them, what do you believe sets you apart from other hairstylists?
Dang, that's a good question. Because I am so humble. Like, I'm so humble. People tell me I'm too humble, but don't nobody know where I came from. So, you know, like, I would say what sets me apart is the fact that I know how to do everything. Like, I'm not one of the hairstylists that specializes in one thing. You can come to me for everything. And
that's what
like
I noticed on the page.
Top person who you could really just come, like, literally everything. And that's why my books is so hard to get into, because I got clients that have been with me since I've been here, you know, because they don't have to go nowhere else, you know. So I would say that would set me apart for real, because I take the time out to really, like, I invest in myself. Like I spend thousands on myself when it comes to like learning. I'm telling you, the first hairstyle that I see that's new, I hop on it. Like I'm doing it. You know, I'm learning how to do it. I'm flying here, I'm flying there, taking classes. It's because I'm forever learning, you know, and I want to continue to learn, you know. I love that you said that, because I gotta touch on it, because we talked about this. He asked me a question and he was like, hey, what is one thing that you realized about life? And is that the learning never stops. It don't.
If you want to be the greatest in your profession, if you want to be the greatest at what you do, you have to continue to innovate and educate yourself about the things that you say that you care about the most.
Absolutely.
And for you to sit here and spend all of this money to give a service away, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's for you to give away. You're learning all this stuff so that you can provide the people that come with you with any and everything that they want. That shows that there is a special meaning in your heart, not only for doing hair, but about the people that are coming to you. Because I couldn't imagine going to a barber or hairstylist and be like, yo, can you taper me up in there? Like, yeah, but I can't do lineups. And I'm like, what?
Right? Like, what?
You can't do what?
Right.
You should be able to do everything, right?
Right.
But another big thing when it comes to hairstylists, because like I said, y'all see it as our highest and our lowest. And a lot of times we can't be on time. We ain't making the proper payments. We ain't here moving around real slimy. So what are your 3 pet peeves for when it comes to being a hairstylist? What are your 3 pet peeves?
Yeah, get it off. Get it off.
Okay, so my number 1 pet peeve is, like, approach me like I am a person. You know, like, do not, literally, I get I have literally, I can show you guys, I have 50 unread messages, and it's because no one ever said hi.
Oh,
I am a person. I am not a fucking robot. Like, you know, like,
Dang.
you know, like, so
They said AI. They said AI.
They said AI. Do my hair. AI.
So I don't respond, you know, because I find it so disrespectful, because I literally work all day, sometimes 16-hour shifts. And then where do I find time to respond to these messages? You can't even say hi, you know? So I would say that is one, you know, treat me like you want to be treated, you know? So my second would be, I'm like, dang. That's really like my main one.
Yeah, I can tell you was feeling that one.
Really
she got that off quick.
Yeah.
She said, treat me like a person.
That must have just happened recently.
No, it happens every day. Like every single day.
Okay.
Another pet peeve. I hear it a lot. People say my prices are too high. And I hear that all the time. So I would say, for me, like, when I first started doing hair, I literally used to work for like $30. Like, I would be standing for 6 hours, $30. And then when I got here to San Diego, just to get my name out, like, I was doing box braids that take 8 hours. I was doing them for $65.
8 hours for $65?
Yes.
Sheesh.
I was but I had them lined up, you know,
Doing a
but
deal.
Yeah.
But that was just to get my name out. You feel me? That
You gotta
was
do what you gotta
to show
do.
people, like, yo, I know what I'm doing. You feel me?
Right.
But it's just like, those days are over. I'm not doing that no
Yesterday's price is not today's
like,
price.
Gotta charge what you're worth.
Yeah.
more. And I just had, you know, once I took that leap of faith and I changed my prices, when I tell you, I got a whole different type of clientele. You know, a lot of people didn't come to me no more. I lost a lot of clients, but I gained so many, and I'm still gaining a lot of clients. So I would say it was, you know, people don't understand, like,
Right.
I am named one of the best hairstylists in San Diego. Why should I have the same price of everybody?
Exactly. Why would I lower my standards
Why
for
should
you?
I be so
Facts.
accessible for anyone to just come and get their hair done by me?
Right.
You know?
That's a really big thing for me, right? I believe people that look at you and say you charge too much, they don't truly value the work that you put in, right? Like you said, you started off doing 8-hour box braids for $65. Like,
Right.
to do that's a generosity.
Right.
Like, that means I'm going out of my way to service you more than I'm making sure that I'm good.
Right.
And now you're talking about my prices are too high.
Right.
Find somebody else to do it. You know why? You can't find nobody else to do it. That's why you come here.
Right.
So stop going places, wanting the greatest of service, not willing to pay the greatest of money.
Right.
Absolutely.
No, for real. It's like they don't complain about Louis Vuitton.
Exactly.
Does that go on sale?
And they be coming in with the bag.
Yeah.
You feel me?
And I'm like, okay.
They gonna miss a light bill for that Louis V bag.
You feel me? Does
They ain't
Bentley
paying
go on
rent.
sale? Does Rolls Royce go on sale? You know what I mean? But like, does Dior go on sale? But you know what I mean? When it comes to us, now we gotta cut you a deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you didn't say hi. You know what I'm saying? And you say hi.
And another one is, like, clients, they don't understand that we are people, and they don't understand that, you know, if I get sick, I have to cancel your appointment. If my kid gets sick, I have to cancel your appointment. And if I already have a booked up schedule, then I can't put you anywhere until the next cycle. So that's what they don't understand. They be like, oh, she canceled on me. She this, she that. We literally run our own business, and we don't have the time to really take off, you know? So it's just like, they don't understand when we have to cancel appointments.
You know what's crazy? People won't accept excuses from anybody else, but they give themselves the most excuses.
Absolutely.
Right.
The most excuses.
Right.
Every single time there's something that's put in front of somebody, they have an excuse for why they can't achieve it.
Right.
When somebody gives them a good reason, hey, my child's sick, I'm doing this not only for my safety, but your safety.
Right.
Oh, you canceled on me, you can't move me this way. Look, stuff happens in life. We cannot plan for everything that happens in life, right?
sure.
But if I'm willing to work with you, say, hey, I can't do this, but I can schedule you for and do it, then you just got to figure it out.
For
Because
sure.
I got my life to worry about just as much as you have your own.
For sure.
You know what? And I had a girl, she basically told me I had to cancel on her because my baby was sick. I had to take my baby to the doctor. And she said, well, since you inconvenienced me and you canceled my appointment, can you knock the price down? Can you give me a better deal? And I was just like, you know what? You're not the clientele that I'm looking for, you know? Because at the end of the day, if you can't be understanding of my situations, then I don't want you in my chair. Because that's insane.
Right,
like,
right.
you want the price knocked down because I have to take off and miss out on money myself.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's just like, that's crazy.
Yeah. I think you mentioned a couple things, right? And we talk about people getting free on this podcast, right? So you talked about investing in yourself. Like spending thousands of dollars to invest in yourself and keep learning. So like if you are out there and you are starting your own business, right, and you are betting on yourself, you have to understand, number one, you got to invest in yourself first.
Spend money to make money.
You know what I'm saying? Like the greatest investment always isn't buying Apple stock. It's not always in Microsoft or Bitcoin or getting a house or what. The best investment, the first investment that you should make is really in yourself. You know what I mean? And then the next one is you talked about the price and your clientele, right? It's amazing that your brand is, and your price is kind of like a part of the people that you attract to you. So like the more you invest in yourself, the more you become better, right? Your abilities become better, right? So now your prices are going to be different, right? And then you get to the point where now my clientele for buying a Honda is not the same as my clientele for buying a Benz. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to understand now better your situations, because a lot of times they can relate to you better, right? So like your clientele that can probably only get a Honda, no disrespect to that, right? We all start somewhere, right? But they're not going to be as understanding as somebody that has a Benz or a Bentley or, you know, has real estate or whatever, because they understand. They're in the same position. They can relate to you more, right? So once you invest in yourself and you become more, then make your brand that, right? And your prices will also affect your clientele. And then also you said you were humble. You feel me? Like you got to start somewhere. Like me and Keith used to be on the corner passing flyers.
And people was throwing away in front of our face.
Oh my God.
That joint hurt my heart. That joint hurt my heart.
Like to this day, and like sometimes, right? Like people are so entitled, right? I'm coming to you to tell you about something that's positive, and you making it seem like I'm annoying you, and like to the point sometimes I'm like, hey, can you? And they're like, ugh. I'm like, wow, that's how you feel. Like if you're not interested, cool. Like, no, I'm good. But like you gotta say or like go the other way or like be rude. You know what I mean? Like so, and everybody starts somewhere. Nobody just gets up and you just got a bunch of followers on Instagram and you charging, you know, thousands of dollars. Like that's not real.
It's work that you put in.
You put in the work. You feel me? Like I don't want y'all to speed by that and miss that nugget and miss that tip. That like sometimes I think just this generation that we're in, everybody wants it right now. Instant.
Quick, fast.
Microwave.
Social media.
I need it yesterday.
Yes.
It was late. I need it yesterday. Right. And so we have been conditioned to want things right now. You should have brought it yesterday. If my Amazon package doesn't come in 24 hours like they said, I'm calling them. I want something free. I blah, blah, blah. I see my package is not here. You know what I mean? So understand when you really chasing greatness, if you want to be known as the best in San Diego, you got to put the work in, invest in yourself, be humble at first. Right. And then once you become more, then you can, you know, adjust your brand and your clientele.
Life is not like Cliff Notes.
Right.
You can't just go on and get the synopsis of your life.
You can't.
And one big thing that I also want to touch on too, right? I thought that stock analogy was so important, right? Because Google can go up and down anytime it wants. All these different things can go up and down anytime it wants. Yourself is the only thing that you have full control over. You can make yourself get up at whatever time you want. You can make yourself learn whatever you want. You can make yourself go after whatever you want. You can make yourself say whatever you want. You have full control over your actions and how you build yourself up. So why would you not put the money into the most sure thing that you have in life?
It's yourself.
It's yourself.
You
control every single aspect of yourself.
Facts. Come
on now, put money into yourself, because that's the most important thing. That's what you really got.
It's amazing the things that make you great in your industry are the same things that's going to make us great in our industry. And it's going to be the same thing that make people great in the NBA. It's going to be the same thing that makes somebody a great engineer or a great scientist, or have their own real estate booming business, or have their own creative studio, you know what I'm saying, like Hendo Studios, and now they got another one.
My guy, shout out Hendo.
Shout out to Hendo, you know what I'm saying? Go check that out, Hendo Loft, San Diego, you feel me? Right, so the things that make you great, the things that set you apart, the things that take you to the next level, it's the same ingredients for everything. Like if you watch Michael Jordan, he's gonna say the same thing that Cash is saying right now. You feel me?
Invest in yourself.
Invest in yourself, put the work in, and be humble and go get it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not rocket science. You feel me? It's simple, right? But it's not always easy. It may be simple, but it's not always easy. You feel me? So yeah, you was talking about, I think you had a question about like the prices, right?
Okay, she kind of went over it. That's why I
Okay.
didn't touch on it.
Okay.
But going into that, so what is like the average price cost for doing any of the styles that you do?
'Cause
What
we
is like
wanna
your starting price point?
We want to compare it to like our haircuts. Yeah,
I know it ain't touching.
It's not. I know it's not. I know it's
touching
not because we complaining about haircuts going up now. Yeah.
I would say like minimum would be like $250.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
My haircut ain't reaching that.
Nah.
Yeah.
Not even close. And
Yeah.
I'm complaining.
Right.
I'm complaining.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure. Nah. Okay.
But I will say, if somebody spent 8 hours on my fade, I have to break them.
If
off
you
some
spend
type of
that
bread.
8 hours, 6 hours
On my fade.
you the best. I know my whole life gonna be changed when I get out the chair.
I'll pay you your due. I'll pay you your due and tip you.
You feel me?
You deserve that.
I'm paying you ahead of time the full price and I'll bring you a tip.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, for sure. Okay, this or that, right? So this is gonna be a segment to like get to know you a little bit. So this is gonna be this or that, right? So this is gonna be to get to know you a little bit more. You know what I mean? Take the edge off and how the people, get to, see who you are a little bit.
Rapid
right?
fire, rapid fire.
Rapid fire. So don't think too deep on it.
Okay.
Okay, just the first thing that come to mind, right? And then we'll keep going. Now, if you want to go deep on something, we can, but we want to keep it rapid fire. So just first thing to come to mind. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, clean cut or tattoos?
Tattoos.
Funny dudes or serious dudes?
Funny.
Ooh, they gonna get them every time. You can make
every
them
time
laugh.
you can make them laugh. Yes, sir, skate. All right, best slang: the South, the East, or the West?
South.
Rap or R&B?
R&B.
Rooftop or clubs?
Rooftop.
Jasmine Sullivan or Summer Walker?
Summer Walker.
That's gonna hurt some people right there.
Whoa.
That's gonna hurt some people.
I mean, I know we said rapid fire, but that was a little too rapid. Hold on. Jasmine Sullivan. Jasmine.
He had to reiterate.
It's two different types of music. I mean, they rapping about somewhat the same things, but I can relate to Summer way more. I've had
plays
my
a big
heart
part
broke
in it.
so many times.
That's
that plays
fair.
a big
So
part in
yeah,
it.
Summer, me and Summer, we like this. So.
Hey, Summer, she need to come get her hair done. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
Summer, tap in.
Hey,
Like
Summer Walker.
Summer tap in.
Summer Walker, tap in. If you on the West Coast, San Diego or LA, I'm sure she'll make it work, right? Come tap in with Cash, the best on the West Coast. Period. All right, Netflix and chill or adventure?
Adventure.
Beyonce or Rihanna?
Beyonce.
Kendrick or Drake?
Drake.
Not
They
watch.
not like us.
They not like us.
No, I love Kendrick.
Okay.
But Drake. Like, me and Drake, we like his music is for the ladies.
Oh.
So Kendrick is more like I don't know. I love Kendrick for sure, but
Right.
I have more Drake songs in my phone than Kendrick.
I feel you.
Nah, okay.
So you be in your feelings a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Lean into it. All right, seafood or soul food?
Seafood.
Wow.
I'm a city girl.
Okay, yeah. She's from the West Coast. She's from the West Coast. South would have lost their mind with that one.
I guess. Fade or dreads?
Fade for sure.
All right, y'all. She done said fade and tattoos. So if y'all look, you know what I'm saying? Next time you see outside, fade and tattoos.
tattoos. You might
And at
be
the
in there.
rooftop, if you go to a rooftop, fade and tattoos. All right, beach or mountains?
Mountains.
Ooh.
I like that.
Okay, what do you mean by
I'm from
that?
Cali. We don't go to the beach.
What?
We don't.
Really?
So you telling me the beach people is all the tourists?
Pretty much, or the people that's not from here. We don't go to the beach like that. I go to the beach maybe once a year.
Wow.
I mean, but I guess since you always had access to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that it? You just used to it?
Yeah, I guess.
Because honestly,
Wow.
most tourists, I think the first thing they come over, they're like, I can't wait to go to the beach.
Yeah.
But if I go back home to Texas, I'm not like, I can't wait to go on a hike. I can't wait to go to the mountains. Like I'm used to doing stuff like that. So of course I get that. I give you that one. I get that sentiment.
Plus, I will say the beach, y'all let me down at the beach.
Why?
The water was freezing. I almost got frostbite.
It didn't warm up either.
I almost got frostbite. I'm
Yeah.
like, why is it so cold?
It never warms up. It's gonna always be cold.
Yeah, that's not
crazy.
normal.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. East Coast or West Coast?
West Coast is the best coast.
Okay, I don't know.
What?
You,
What you
you
mean?
You said Drake over Kendrick. Don't say it like that
No,
now.
but still, no. It's gonna always be Kendrick, but I'm a Drake girl. Like
Okay.
I listen to Drake.
Like if you put up your phone, you're gonna be having more Drake.
Yeah.
I got you.
That
I
makes
got you.
sense. She got that connection with the
Yeah.
Drake music.
Yeah,
right?
nah, for sure.
All right. So after that, this is that little rapid fire, a little lightheartedness, right? We get back into another serious question, right? So what have been some obstacles that you've had to deal with as being an entrepreneur?
You know, I've had to deal with like, you know, going through like my storms. I've had to deal with like learning how to keep my business going, you know, because, you know, when everything's all good, like when everything is great, you know, everything else is great around. But when things are all bad, and like right now at this point in my life, I've been through the worst storm of my life. So I'm actually healing right now, and I'm getting over a lot of things that, you know, happened last year. So I would say it's hard for me to show up on time. Like within the last year,
I feel you.
I don't even show up really. Like I feel
I feel that one personally.
Every day for the last year. You know, and my clients, I love them so much because they show me so much grace because they know what I'm going through right now. So I would say that is the hardest part. The hardest part is keeping it together when you're not together. You know?
I think, and you know what? This is my problem against people going to get their masters that say they want to be in business, because you can't learn this from going to college, right? Like this is not in your master's class. You going to get an MBA. You going to get an MBA. That does nothing for teaching you how to run a business, right? So that's why we bring people on here that are actually business owners, that are thriving, that are successful, that can tell you in real time when things happen and how are they coping with it and how are they going through with it, right? We mentioned earlier, right? Keith said, hey, you have to, only thing that you control is yourself, right? So not understanding how when you run a business, that business is gonna run how you run, right? So that's why when she said earlier, invest in yourself, right? Investing in your craft, number one, but also investing in your health, your mental health, right? So that looks like not just, okay, we're gonna go get some education on, you know, how to be a better podcaster, right? We need to go get some information on. We talked all day. So me and Keith worked out at 5 a.m., went to be a vendor and interview everybody at this Juneteenth event from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Shout out Paddle for Peace.
Shout out Paddle for Peace, right? And then we come in here and we about to do 2 podcasts, right? That's emotionally draining, right? Talking that much and talking to people. So we also have to invest in our health, right? So that looks like not just looking at, oh, they're podcasting, they're doing good. Bro, we need to maybe have our own therapist. We maybe need to, you know, go do whatever self-care that's going to get you right, whether it's going to the movies, going to get a massage, right? You know what I'm saying? Whatever, for going to get your pedicure, whatever that may be, right? Yeah. So for you to say that, that's huge, because I think a lot of people miss out on that. They think about everything, that the pros and cons of running a business, but they don't think about how you have to be constantly healing yourself, because that can also, you know, play a role into how your business is run too.
There's no book you can find the answers on how to put yourself back together and your business back together at the same time. There's no book.
And have a family. And have a family.
Yes.
There is no book. You will not find it. You will not read it anywhere. So stop waiting to find the perfect answer to start. You got to start somewhere. And I'm telling you right now, the only thing that makes me and Hassan get better, the only thing that makes Cash get better is doing the actual work.
Bro.
When the problems come,
say that.
I got to figure it out.
Say that.
When the problems come, I got to figure out. The only thing that makes us better is doing the actual work. I tell you right now, there is no book that I've read to this point that I'm like, all right, this had the answer, the step-by-step guide on how I do this.
Right.
I can't name one.
It'll
and nobody
like
can
that.
create one, because everybody's life and experiences are different, which makes us the most unique and valuable person in what we do, because nobody can do what we do the way we do it.
Facts. No, that's real. That's real.
Okay, so big things, right? So going along with what we said, what has this journey taught you about yourself? Like, what is one of the biggest key items that you found out about yourself with doing everything?
That I'm not the perfect person that I thought I was. You know?
I love that. To tell people that. That's the truth.
That's how you know you're really doing the work. People can put a meme up. You can put a caption up. You can put something on your story. But you can really tell what a person is doing based off of their language, based off what they're saying. So for you to respond like that, that's huge. You feel me? That's huge. Being able to be vulnerable shows that you are already stronger. You feel me? Because, like, I can tell you right now, that ain't how we started. You know what I'm saying?
Vulnerability is not easy.
Vulnerability is not easy, right? So for you to say that, I know for sure you're doing the work, right? It take one to know one. You know what I'm saying? So like I felt that.
So learning that you see yourself as not the perfect person, like how has that changed your mentality about moving forward? Understanding that you can't and you aren't the perfect person.
Well, it shows me to kind of look at things from a different light, you know, like from a different perspective, because I am that person, no excuses, none, like
I feel you.
zero,
I feel,
you know?
yeah.
So I'm like, get it done regardless. Like I'm talking about like when people come to me with their excuses, I don't want to hear it at all.
I'm not trying to hear it.
What
when
are
I tell you,
excuses?
blood, sweat, and tears go into everything that I do.
Yeah.
So it has taught me to have a heart when it comes to, you know, people going through things, because I'm like, I've been through everything. I done been through this. I done been through that. Da, 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 da. Don't tell me that, you know. But now I'm just like, man, I understand, because, you know, I guess one thing, like my childhood, everything that I've been through, it had nothing like to do with like what I've been through in the last year. I feel like, dang, I ain't never been through that before. Like, that's crazy. Humble me like crazy. So it's just like, I would just say, I just look at people differently. Like when they do complain, it's maybe because they really can't really do no more than what they doing. You feel me? So yeah, I have a little, a softer spot
For
than
sure.
I used to have.
That
I would
sympathy
say.
is important.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sympathy. It's taught me sympathy.
Sympathy
You
is
feel me? Because
important.
at first I was like, I
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah.
But now you like, I see. I know what you're talking about.
Man, because now it's just like, you know, giving people grace, you know? 'Cause,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's deep. We talked about that too, about how sometimes we are our own worst critics. You know what I'm saying? I was telling you the other day, bro, like I feel like sometimes if I make a mistake, bro, it can keep me up at night. Like I can be like, bro, why would you do that? You know you ain't supposed to do that. You say this, blah, blah. You made a mistake. Nah, bro, not you. Until I like, bro, I'm tossing and turning and I like, dang, I let myself down. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes that can be the worst.
It is.
It's like letting yourself down and not giving yourself grace to be like, I'm human too.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Mistakes are some of the biggest learning points, right? And another important thing, like, yes, it can keep you up at night. There's a lot of mistakes that I've made, and I'm telling you right now, I've thought over it 1,000,000 times, and I just still can't understand why it went the way it did.
Yeah.
But one thing you can't do is allow your mistakes to define you. They have to be a looking point, right? For you to educate yourself on how to be better. Your mistakes should never be who you are. They should be how you got to where you are.
Yeah, no, for sure. What did we say? Don't look at where you should be. Look at where you've come from.
Where you come from.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times we are comparing ourselves to like, man, we should be right there. We should, man, if I would have did it, like we said earlier, right? We was talking before the pod started. And you were like, okay, like how long have y'all been podcasting? Like truth be told, since like 2021. But we never put the content out.
Yeah.
Procrastinating, you know what I'm saying? And like, we gonna do it. They don't want to hear that. Like, they don't want to hear it. Like, why would they want to listen to us? Like, for real, like, we wouldn't put it out. You feel me? And like now sometimes we struggle with the thought of where would we be if we were doing this consistently 3 years ago?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, where would we be right now? But it's like, we can't compare ourselves to where we should be. We just have to compare ourselves from where we were.
And everything's for a reason. I think that time where we didn't put it out was a very big educating point for us, and it was necessary to get us to this point, because now we understand that no matter what anybody thinks about what we have to say, it's worth putting out.
Yeah. And we cherish everything. Like, I don't take anything for granted. You know what I'm saying? Like, talking to somebody on the street, you know, making this connection. Oh, this person does that. Like, I don't turn my nose up at nobody. You feel me? Like, we cherish everything because we know what it's like to be in that position where somebody throwing your flyers down.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody looking at you saying, ew. You know what I mean? Or like you throw an event. Nothing is worse than trying to throw an event and nobody show up.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Or like you posting flyers, you give money to, like, back then they didn't really have the digital cards. You know what I'm saying? So like it's more like flyers, hard copy cards, and we trying to host an event and nobody show up.
10 people in there.
10 people in there. Right, but I will say the 10 people that was in there, they would be like, hey, they was like, we see the vision and we rocking with y'all. You feel me? And that's the same kind of approach we have with like, you know, trying not to watch like our YouTube subscriber growth so closely. You know what I'm saying? More so judge it off, are we getting better? Is somebody getting help?
With all that accumulating, coming down, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Man.
Doing Summer Walker hair.
Summer Walker, yep. Hey,
You
Summer
feel
Walker,
me?
I'm telling you, better tap
Summer
in.
Walker.
Better tap in.
Absolutely. Summer Walker, all of them. I
Yeah.
see myself like really like being able to like take a break a little bit, you know? You know, like in 5 years, I definitely want to be able to enjoy the fruits of my labor, you know? So I work so hard. So yeah, in 5 years, I want to
relax.
Yeah, you know.
Right, no.
Relax.
I'll be 35. I want to relax. Yeah.
That's we have a hustle culture here. You know what I mean? Like everybody's like, I gotta get it. I need money. And so a lot of times we don't take into account of what that does on your body. You know what I mean? And so I watched this other clip and they were talking about, you know, the rich people think for a living. You know what I mean? They don't necessarily work. So like you got to start somewhere. Like how we even talking about now how to get multiple streams of income through the podcast without us having to come and podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I definitely feel you on that, relaxing, because the day we had today, you can't do, that's not sustainable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not sustainable. Right? Like I want to say even Rick Ross at one point, he had like a seizure or like a heart attack and he was like, bro, I was just working too much. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes if you don't shut your body down, your body will shut you down.
Yeah.
Man,
You know what I mean?
I know that all too well, man.
Yeah.
True.
All work and no play takes the youth away.
One more time. This man is a quote. He's a quote machine. He's AI. That's AI. Yeah, he's AI. This is a quote AI.
I like that.
Yeah.
All work and no play takes the youth away.
Yeah, I like that.
Nah, that's real. That's deep. So, any other businesses that you may want to plug that you know may be doing? And I got some ideas for you. You know what I'm saying? And we'll talk about at the end. Okay. But like anything else that you want to plug, businesses, brands, or you know, if anything.
Well, I do own a hair company. I have some of the best hair in San Diego, and a lot of people don't know that because I'm so busy pushing like my brand that it's so hard to push the hair too. And I need to learn how to push both because when people find out, oh, you got hair, what? I could buy a hair from you. That one-stop shop, you know. Yeah. So I would, you know, promote my hair business. And
I don't know. Educate me. So when you say like promoting your hair, that's like. What is that? Can you braid with that hair? Is that like?
So no, it's not braiding hair. So it's extensions. So tape ins, micro links.
Y'all know what that mean. I don't know what
eye
that mean.
tips.
Yeah.
Weave. Like it's weave. Anything weave. I sell it. You know. So. Yeah.
The extent of my knowledge is a sewing.
Right. I barely know.
I heard that somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect. I heard that somewhere.
I got the bundles.
The bundle.
Now it's connecting the dots. It's connecting the dots. You got any hidden talents?
Actually, you know what's crazy? I am good at almost everything that I do. I'm like honestly, I'm good at a lot of things.
Talk your stuff.
No, for real. That sometimes that can be a struggle too. Like I'm so good at so much stuff that like I don't know what to go into.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm good at a lot of things except for like explaining myself or defending myself. Like when it comes down to like putting my emotions and like bringing them outside of my body, it's hard for me to talk. Like, you know,
I got you.
I just
Emotions.
be like, you know, like, so I'm not really good at really talking for myself.
Yeah.
I be having to think for hours.
Yeah.
To what I'm gonna say, and then I think about it, and then I forget everything.
But with that, I didn't notice that. You feel me? So that's good. It seems like you doing something. You know what I mean? For you to feel like that and you to still come on here, that's growth. You know what I'm saying? Because
I'm fearless though, so I do things that make me feel uncomfortable all the time.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like that's how I continue to grow, is to do the things that make me feel uncomfortable. You know,
that's a bar.
I'm not even a people person. And look at my job.
Her job is dealing with people all
I don't even
day.
like talking like that. But you feel me? So it's just like I always go against the grain when it comes to myself.
That's a bar. That's a bar.
You gotta
you gotta go against the grain. She said against herself.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times we say go against the grain of what peer pressure or what everybody else is doing. Sometimes you gotta go against the grain against yourself. Because you're
literally stay in that box. If
yeah,
you don't. Like,
you gotta get outside your comfort zone.
It's an internal fight between who you are and who you want to be every day.
Absolutely.
Right.
Every day.
Absolutely. Okay, so on that note, right, I got an idea, right? And so, you know what I'm saying? Hear me out. Hear me out. Right? So for women, right, the hair salon is a sacred place for y'all.
Yeah.
It's like therapy. Well, what do you know? The same thing for men and their barbers.
I'm about to go in there and get it off.
You feel me? It's like therapy.
Y'all be talking?
Yes. Talking, ranting. They don't understand.
Ain't nobody listening to
They
me,
ain't
dog.
listening. See, that's the process. That's what I be talking about, bro.
I would love to be a fly on the wall.
Yes. So that's, you know what I'm saying? Follow me, right? So the therapy is the same thing for men and their barbers. Same thing for you guys and your hairstylists in the salon, right? Right now, I feel like there's a divide with the men and women of our community, right? So I would like your help, right? We need to put an event together where women come in there and they get their hair done. Okay. Men are coming in, right? And they're getting, you know what I'm saying, getting cut up, getting faded, right? But it's in the same space and the same therapeutic environment that's in your space. We want to have that for our space, but merge them.
Okay.
Right? But we make it a live event. It'll be a live event.
Okay.
So it's a chance for you to plug your bundles, your hair, you actually doing it, right? Any other hairstylists that you want to put on. It'll be a good chance for everybody else to plug their businesses, whatever they have on. At the same time, we can all heal together and we can start talking about some issues to bring us together. You feel me?
Okay.
Creating a space where it's therapy for both sides. A live event. Everybody benefits. If you got a business, you can promote that too. And we all gonna heal at the same time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Me and Hassan gonna be the referees.
Yeah. Wait. Flag
on the play.
Flag.
Don't be cutting nobody off. Flag.
You're gonna get thrown out, right? So so that's what I would like to put together. You feel me? And I feel like that could be very beneficial for creating that safe space for both parties and everybody wins. Yeah. Because I feel like right now it's just kind of like, nah, you wrong. Nah, you wrong. Nah, you not listening to me. Nah, you not listening to me.
Right.
You feel me? But like, we gotta get on the same page.
Trying to create a community.
Yeah.
We gotta get on the same page. You feel me? I'm tired of seeing bam, 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 wham, wham, wham. I'm the baby. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about y'all, but I love my black women.
Facts.
Man,
I was raised by one.
Aren't they so beautiful?
They are.
Aren't we so beautiful?
Facts.
Facts.
Nah, for real. So that's what I got in my head. That's what I got in my mind. And then we also have some things offline we can talk about with the community and projects and entrepreneurship that we actually made some contacts today with. So any last minute words of wisdom for the people? And this was a great pod. I feel like you gave a lot of nuggets away, whether you even realize it or not. So what are some last things, takeaways, or what you want the people to know?
I would say, like I said earlier, like forever let life teach you. Don't be unteachable, because that just, it makes you a person that nobody wants to be around.
Right.
Nobody wants to deal with somebody who can't learn, you know? So yeah.
That's
quotes by Cash.
And it opens so many doors. Like when you're forever learning, it'll open so many doors for you, you know? So that will be the thing that I think is most important.
Forever learn.
Keith, what you got for the people, man?
Hey, man, I ain't got much. I had a lot of fun. It was a lot of growth on here, and
I learned a lot too. Yeah.
So I can't even give y'all nothing else, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, not for sure. Hey, this was a great pod. Listen, this is about getting you free. So watch this, rewind it back, bring your kids around, bring the family around, right? Because this is something that I feel like everybody can benefit from the kids to the parents to the friend, to my cousin them, to, you know what I'm saying, your best friend, cousin, little sister that you had to babysit. Everybody should be watching this. You feel me? Because it's Freewenow.
Till it is backwards.
And now we free.